What's up guys, this is Stan Lake with Catching Creation. Daniel and I took a late afternoon hike in Bethania, North Carolina. This is what's called, I think, the Rooters Trail. It's like a newer part of this old trail system. And we're just kind of looking under rocks and debris and seeing what we can find. So stick with us and maybe we'll get lucky and find something. But we're running out of daylight, so we're gonna go. Dark and stormy night, or a hot and swampy night. Time will tell. Be careful. Obviously, when we flip debris, even though this is, you know, man-made stuff, you still want to be respectful and put it back the way you found it. And a good tip is when you're looking for stuff, it's good to have tools like hooks or, you know, sticks or whatever to lift things. But when you don't, even when you do, it's always a good idea to lift things towards you. So if there is something dangerous under there, it's got to go through that to get to you. So you're just adding a layer of protection. It's not always an option, like right here. Well, here I can. But this one I can't. But I'm a trained professional.
Why didn't you pick out that snake?
I'm scared of them. Check this out. We found a worm snake, and it is doing its wiggly best to do what worm snakes do, and it's just trying to find a dark spot and hide. As you can see, this guy is just trying to get away. He's not harmful in any way. Barely has a mouth, barely has any eyes. You can see just little bitty face on this guy. If I can show him to you. There it is. Just the smallest little mouth, the smallest little body. You can tell he's a worm snake. One of the main reasons you can tell, this is almost full grown, and this guy, you can tell he looks a lot like an earthworm. He's got the, you know, the pink belly, and they're just a really cool snake. He's got a little sharp appendage on the tip of his tail. Some people say it's so that he can poke predators to get away. Some people say that it helps aid when he's kind of trying to grab an earthworm to eat it. But they're very common, what's called fossorial snake, meaning they live underground. We just found him flipping this rock. We're gonna flip the rock back actually. And he was underneath the rock, probably eating termites and little worms and just invertebrates. And that's what they do. Like I said, they're a completely harmless snake. Their only real line of defense is that little spike on the end of their tail, which won't hurt you. And they'll must. They produce a pretty foul odor. But otherwise, again, pretty harmless, pretty cool little guy. And hey, we didn't get skunked. I'm glad we found something. Woohoo! No red light.
It says wreck.
Oh, okay. Guys, check this out. This is another fossorial snake. He lives underground, mostly under rocks. This is a ringneck snake. How cool. Ooh. Oh, he's musked all over my thumb. It's pretty nasty. It's gonna smell real good. But it's another snake. Now this guy specializes sometimes in eating small salamanders, like 2 and 3 line salamanders. They absolutely love to eat these guys. But he'll eat soft-bodied invertebrates and things like that. They don't get much bigger than about 14 inches. He's called a ringneck snake. As you can see, he's got this golden ring on the back of his head. And his belly in this area is bright yellow. Now they can be orange and kind of a reddish color in some areas. This ones that we have here are this kind of yellow burnt orange look underneath them. But they're just a very cool looking little cryptic snake. You typically only find them under rocks. And this is the perfect habitat for it because this ridge line is just littered in rocks. So, woohoo, snake number 2. Well, we haven't found a ton of stuff, but we're excited about the few things that we have found, and any time that we get to get outside, I think is worth it. We're losing daylight, and Daniel's gonna fall backwards off this ridge trying to get a creative shot of me walking. So until next time, I'm Stan Lake with Catching Creation. Daniel Charles is on the camera, and this is Stan Lake with Catching Creation. Out. Oh, oh, oh.